Let's take a closer look. What's happening with Casper today, because there's a lot going on. There are rumors about a movie, and there are rumors about another listing. And listing seems to be getting more certain. Here are a few details. Everything is here in the video. Hey, welcome to the crypto. The last Casper video was very positive, and people are also excited about what's coming with Casper. Many listings, many announcements, and even a movie. What's going on here? So, what's going on right now, and what can we take a closer look at? Let's check that out, and we'll dive in and take a look at the price. And the price looks relatively positive right now. If we dive in here, we can see back there, the price is going up right now. So we're currently seeing a big green candle coming in here. Today in the daily chart, in the 4-hour chart, it looks like this. After a small dip yesterday afternoon, the price has risen today. This is also because there are a lot of rumors circulating right now. After a small dip yesterday afternoon, the price has risen today. That's also because there are a lot of rumors circulating right now. Or rather, there are many things we can talk about here. In my last Casper video, someone replied to me on the English channel, and yes, I make my videos with an AI translation tool directly in English as well, and that gets a lot of attention. And the Casper videos are particularly interesting here. And someone wrote this regarding the Binance listing. It's not really just a rumor, but it just needs to be placed on the spot. Everything is actually already there. It's coming in February. I don't think it's coming in mid-January. So many people assume here that a Binance listing, the largest exchange in the world, is still expected to happen in February 2025, after the futures are already live. And that's obviously great news, and many are waiting for it. A Binance listing, especially since it hasn't happened yet, could always push the price up. That's why it's very exciting and very interesting. What's going on here right now? Furthermore, it's quite interesting, and that's Grayscale. Grayscale has Casper under consideration, meaning they are watching Casper and would include it in their Grayscale fund, or rather in this. Yeah, they have a Grayscale fund that includes a lot of other cryptocurrencies. Like, for example, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cast, Bitcoin, Stellar, Loom, XRP, Zcash. For example, assets currently in the Grayscale product suite and assets under consideration, that is Kaspa, or rather Cast. And that's obviously very exciting to watch here. If another proof of work network is included here in the Grayscale fund, or is included in the Grayscale product suite. So we should be very curious if that will actually happen. I am and remain very optimistic that this definitely happen. I'd like to remind you again, don't store Casper on the exchanges. With Tangam, it's really easy. Just a little note, the green card is still available, but I know I bet with you, this nice green one, they are still available. I'll show you now. And this black one, I think we've all bought too much of it. They were there twice, and the old black one was also there, visible in the background. I think we've all overbought with Casper cards, but you can see it very clearly here. There are still a lot left. So for those who are interested, with the code CryptoOwl, you get 10%. Just a little note, because the topic of exchanges is of course becoming more and more interesting. Now we've seen that we already have some exchanges. Binance seems to be just around the corner. That's also what I keep hearing from my sources. And the next exchange could be just around the corner, and that could be OKEx. OKEx has made a moon forecast here, and they say you can send transactions faster than your morning SMS. Well, by now we probably don't send SMS anymore, but most people are likely using Telegram or WhatsApp. Of course, it was said, wait a minute, sending fast transactions, that's actually exactly Casper, and OKEx is still missing from the KAS collection, to be honest. And that was posted directly by many here. So, Casper, 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 Casper. That's why the community is fired up, the community is vigilant, and the community is keeping a close eye on things like this. So, Casper, OKEx, could there be something to it? I'm really curious. So there's another tweet. Now let's take a look at Casper Facts, a very interesting site that you can also follow. 3,700 followers. Why am I not following them? Let's do that. We'll gladly follow them. And it seems that OKEx is now clearly making a move towards Casper. As I said, these are all just rumors. I have to emphasize that again. Nothing is set in stone or officially announced yet. These are all really community rumors about OKEx. With their tweet, here is the tweet again. Yeah, they're kind of fueling that a bit, but it could go in a completely different direction. It could just be advertising for crypto in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be an advertisement for, we're listing a fast product, talk about Casper. So You have to be careful there. There is only one proof of work cryptocurrency that can send transactions faster than text. Casper, the only decentralized, secure, and scalable currency that exists. Yes, and that's obviously very interesting because we know Bitcoin is obviously slower compared to Casper. And fast transactions would be brought by Kaspa. And one more point about that, the community is really fired up. We see that here because the community can make something out of everything. Michael Saylor posts a picture where he's wearing an orange tie. He's holding an orange tie in his hand and says, "Wear orange tie." I don't know, what does Croata mean in English? Yeah, I don't know. And the Casper community goes and turns it into green. You don't do that. But yeah, you have to be honest about that. So it's not an official image. It's obviously AI generated here. But it's obviously exciting that you can just turn orange into green. So the community we see is really fired up here at this point. You really have to say that. And before we dive into the next topic, just quick ad. You can too skip. If you want to buy Casper, then take a look at the cryptocurrency exchange coinex. Coinex has over 1,200 listed cryptocurrencies. Along with all the KLC20 tokens, of course, there's also Casper. This is how easy it is to buy on coinex. Just select the currency here and then shop here. Currently, the euro to dollar exchange rate is rising. We can see that here with the purchase prices. So that means shopping right now is quite expensive. You're getting fewer dollars for your euros. It's the same the other way around. So the exchange rate is getting closer and closer to 1-to-1 right now. That's why we're seeing these expensive purchase prices, or rather euros in USDT. Here in this case, you can do that with Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, SEPA, bank transfer, everything that's available here. And you can easily swap here, like on a DEX. For example, can you swap Bitcoin here? Or of course Casper, which is listed here. Or you could easily swap all the KLC20 tokens here. For example, in USDT, if you want to sell here, 100 Casper, just swap. We see here it's currently $13. Of course, there are also nice purchase prices, even though the rate has just gone up. We can see here that the rate is actually very nice. Here, even Casper, I specifically did it in Bitcoin, that the KAS price is currently rising against the Bitcoin price. We can see here in the 4-hour candle, but of course this can also be done in USDT or USDC. If you want to buy here, and of course you can also engage in futures trading. If you want to test futures trading, you can do that here through their options. Again, futures trading, copy trading, or also demo trading. Demo trading looks like this. You get a certain portfolio, I think it's $1,000 or $20,000. And with that, you can just start trading here and see if you can achieve something. So check out coinex, and with the link in the video description, you can get some extra cash. At the same time, remember not to hold your long positions on exchanges if you want to build them up, but rather on hardware wallets. Feel free to check out Tangem, use the code CryptoWallet for 10% off, and the Nacho wallet has finally been shipped. An interesting topic, since we already have the Casper book down here. We have the Book of Kaspar and also more books planned. I believe 1 or 2 have already been released, so there's still a lot to come. It all started with Bitcoin. At some point there was the Bitcoin standard, and this quickly led to them creating a Casper book, which is really nice. I even have a second copy of it. And there it always stands next to the Bitcoin standard, always down there, next to the Tangem cards, which are also up there with the Casper logo. So you see here, the Casper is feeling like it's screaming. It's filling up more and more. And also the cool Casper cap, Marmot.io. Check it out. There it is. You've always been curious? Yes, and now it could be that a movie is coming. So, film about Casper? Yes, that's currently in the works. Or rather, documentary could be coming. And that's, of course, very interesting. The KRC 721 standard is coming. That means NFTs could soon come to Casper. And at the same time, this documentation. What's exactly going on with that? Maybe you know more. There are some rumors about it. So far, there hasn't been any comment on that. But this image really looks like there's a documentary here. Or Jonathan Sampolinsky comments on this. Because in the background is the Genesis blockchain. It could, of course, be that it has something to do with the Bitcoin blockchain. Because he's been around for a long time. I'm very excited. What's coming in the near future? But documentary about Casper. That would definitely be very interesting. Because here, of course, is the advantage. With Bitcoin, we don't know who the green one is. We don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. With Kaspa, we already know who the protocol creator is. Speak, Jonathan Sampolinsky. Of course, others have also contributed, but he is the main one. Protagonist in the topic of the protocol. And that naturally leads to having a point of contact here. And what if Casper now creates a success story as a free, decentralized proof of work network? which also offers fast transactions. Then it's of course the case that the media might also pay attention here. Or you can use the whole thing a bit as marketing for your own product. Although it doesn't have a company. To say, look, this is my company, this is my foundation, and so on. But he is of course just a protocol provider. Basically just like Satoshi Nakamoto. And the only advantage he had, he was able to mine relatively quickly if he has miners running, which of course everyone assumes. So this whole thing is definitely very interesting at this point. Documentation grabs attention. Books, still very interesting. I really underestimate this topic. I was once told when we started our Web3 World podcast back then, wouldn't you want to become a speaker? So standing on stages and then giving presentations and pushing blockchain and crypto a bit forward. And then I said, yeah, I would actually trust myself to do that. Why? Do you have to do something special for that? Yeah, write a book. A book grabs attention, and just like that, you get recognized as a speaker. Then I think to myself, what? Still books? Yeah, books are still a big topic. That's why books like Book of Kaspa or Bitcoin Standard are very well-selling products. Yes, that's worth mentioning. And when we take a general look at the Casper price, it actually looks very positive right now. So, could it be here? Are we going to see more listings? We will definitely still see the topic of smart contracts in 2025, and many things are waiting for us. The Binance listing is relatively certain from what I've heard. OKEx with the hint, you don't really know if they're specifically referring to Casper, but you can imagine it, because the community has been really eager for a listing on OKEx for a long time. So I'm really curious about where this is all going. I expect that 2025 will be a very, very good year for Casper, where this whole thing is headed. I expect that 2025 will be a very, very good year for Casper. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Do you think OKEx is coming? Do you really think the Binance listing will happen in February or maybe even in January? Maybe the surprise smart contracts, that's still a big topic. Are you looking forward to it? And if so, what are you most looking forward to? NFTs, DeFi, what would you like to see on the Casper blockchain? Probably AI assets or real world assets, still a big topic. Especially AI assets are a big topic right now in the crypto scene, but also in the regular investment scene. So feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I would be very happy and interested what you have to say about it, or rather, write. If you want to keep discussing Casper, then feel free to check out the link in the video description. There you will also find a German Casper Telegram group, which is very, very active. If you want to follow that actively, you really have to take a lot of free time or sit down for an hour in the evening and read the news of the day. So a very active community, a very nice, friendly community, and I can only recommend it. So definitely check that out. I'm looking forward to your comments and I'm excited to hear your feedback. Feel free to give a like, and I want to say thank you very much for watching. Until the next video.